Hello, I'm Linda Ann at Studio ABC. Each Monday on Grumbacher's official fan page, they offer a chance to win a mystery box. And guess who won? I did. So let's peek in this box together. First of all, I got a #1 Grumbacher Brite, a brush. I believe this is made for acrylics with the kind of bristles it has here. I don't think there's any such thing as too many brushes, so I'm pretty happy to get a brand new brush. Next thing I have is Koor-i-noor colored pencils, and I used to use Koor-i-noor brand pens all the time, but I didn't realize that they made colored pencils. So these are the colored pencils. I got a gray and a pink one. The pink one is a number 120, and the gray one is a number 408. I thought I had one more in there, but I don't see it right now. I have some watercolor paper here, so let's test these out and see what they look like. They're very soft leaded. The colors are really pretty. Those are going to be easy to work with. Here's the gray. Really easy. I used a very light touch to put these down. Those are going to be fun. I may have to invest in some more colors in these. There are 3 more pencils in the box that have shorter little bases of gold on the tip ends where the eraser would be if you had an eraser on the colored pencils. Seem to be just like the other pencils. I'm not quite sure if it's a different kind, but you can see the difference here in the tips of the pencils, the size. So I don't know if it's just a different time they made them. Oh, here's that other one that had the longer gold on the end of it. This is a blue, and it makes a delightful royal blue color. I'm just using these again very softly on the side to see what they do. I can imagine when you build up the color that they're going to look just awesome. Very easy to work with. So here's the 3 with the long gold ends on them. And then I have 3 more with short gold ends on them. And again, I don't have a clue what the difference is or if there is a difference. They all seem to be marked the same. So let's try these out on the paper to see what the colors look like. Oh good, I'm not crazy about super bright green colors. This is kind of an olive color, not quite an olive. And then here's a violet, blue-violet color. And I would think this last one's kind of a charcoal. So there's a look at all the pencils that I got. 6 pencils in the box. It would be interesting to try a composition just using these 6 colors to see what I come up with. And here's something else I'm not familiar with at all is these markers. I have never used this particular brand. I'm going to attempt the pronunciation. Would that be Molotow? Molotow? I'm not sure. Because markers are not something I've worked with very much, but this is going to be fun to play with. Let me get this started. Okay, just like any marker that you get that's new, the tip has to be primed. And let's make some little marks here. Ooh, nice and smooth. So that could be a lot of fun. That could be a lot of fun. We'll see what I can do with this. There's the tip. This one is in a grayish color. Let me see if it has a color on there. One for all acrylic premium paint. It's a paint marker. Okay, it's gray. The next marker has a label on it that's sealing it together. And I'm going to pull this marker, or the label, off. It's a little different shape, so I don't know if it's a paint marker. It says a pump soft liner, aqua ink, but it doesn't appear to be aqua color. The tips are different. This one's sharp. And let me see if I can get this started. Let me show you the tips first, how they're different. Same brand, different tips, different kinds of markers. I don't know what a pump soft liner is, but I'll be finding out. Just shake that up, and you know, I can't read that fine print tonight on there, and I don't want to mess up this tip, so I'm going to wait and try this one later. Okay, let me try one more time gently to see if the color will come out. And again, that's a nice pointed tip, so I'm going to read the directions before I mess this up. Here are some more markers that were down in the box, different colors. Looks like I've got a blue, an orange, a yellow. Look at this yellow, it's pretty. Let's prime that one. Just tap it on your paper to prime it. Pretty soon the end fills up with color. And I can color over. Oh, I don't want to do that. I'll get that blue all over there, and I'll have green. Okay, so some marks with this. Let's put them over here. Yeah, nice bright sunny yellow. Looking good. I like that one. That might be fun to use with the colored pencils. So let's see, I did the yellow one. Let's see, which one do I want to do next? The cobalt blue. Oh, by the way, I didn't tell you that that was called cadmium yellow. Cadmium yellow, deep salmon, and cobalt blue are the colors. So let's play with the blue one next. It has a broad tip on it. Nice big broad marks. Oh, look what it did. The yellow kind of resisted it, and the paint marker resisted it. I'm going to have fun with that cobalt. That will be a lot of fun to work with. I like things that resist. This doesn't seem to resist. It doesn't seem to, well, yeah, there it is over that yellow. You can see just a bit of resist of this salmon color. I'll play with these some more later, but just wanted to show you some of the colors and kind of scribble here and there. Here's a yellow one again, cadmium yellow. I'm making a nice bright wipe-off sheet here. This will be fun to play with later. I always like to clean my brushes on something. In fact, I'll probably wait and clean my brushes on this before I start to try to make anything out of it. Kind of pretty little designs starting to form there. Okay, let's go to this one. This is actually a refill for the markers, but I don't think it's cobalt blue. I think it's darker than a cobalt, but I'm not finding a color written on it right now. It doesn't matter, we'll just take it, we'll tip the bottle over and test it and see what color it looks like. Ooh, a nice dark blue. Let me get a brush. I'll try to spread that out with a brush. See what happens. So, here we go. Let's tap a little brush into that dark color before it dries. Almost let it get too dry. Well, it might be cobalt blue. I'm not sure. It doesn't matter. I am sure that I will find a use for it. I always find a use for all the products, whether I know what I'm doing or not. Let me pull out a couple of more things. And here are some drawing inks. One of them's a drawing ink, and one of them says special, and I believe it might be written in another language. I think it's the same thing. Not sure, but that's what I think. It's definitely Koor-i-noor brand. I don't know what Jaune. I'm not sure what language that is, but it's a darker yellow than the yellow that's printed in English. So, We'll open these up and see what they look like on the paper. Add a little sunny yellows to the paper. This one has a bit more orange color in it. You can tell that there's some red pigment. It actually looks more orange in the bottle than it does on the paper, so it really has a pretty nice primary yellow color to it. There's not as much red pigment in it as I thought there was. So let's try the one that's printed in English that says that it's yellow and see how it differs from the other one. Wiping that lid off on there because it had a little pigment on it. Wow. I don't see a great difference, but there is a difference. I'm getting a little green into it because I got some blue on my brush there. Or maybe it's picking up the green from underneath in the pencil. And let's put these away. And speaking of green, let's go to one of my favorite types of products, and that is watercolor. This is from the Grumbacher line of watercolor. It is sap green. It says it's the finest artist watercolor. So I'm just going to open up the tip of this and try to dab just a dot of it on my paper here. And then I'll put a wet brush in it to spread it out. Oops, I got that out of the camera, but when I brush it, I'll pull it on down. So yeah, sap green's always been one of my favorite greens. Let's pull it across some of the other stuff and see how it looks. The more water you add, the lighter it gets. Such is the property of watercolor. I think my brush must have been dirty because it seems to have had a lot of junk into the darker pigment there. My little kitty cats shed like crazy, and they seem to be all around my brushes. I don't see them, but I know they're here because I find their kitty cat here. Here's another product. I am really happy to get this one. This is a Koor-i-noor pencil, and I use pencils quite a lot. I like to have special travel pencils. I like to have pencils that nobody else in the household uses. So let's see how these perform. It's a soft enough lead that I could continue to stroke over it and come up with darker values. That's cool. Or I could use it light, or I could do a few little hash marks here with it. So there's the pencil. I'm tickled to death with the pencil. And as we go on, I'm going to get to something else that I really love. I'm trying to save my very best and favorite thing that I got in the box for last. I caught my breath when I saw this brand, Schmincke. I have been looking at these and thinking about them, but I've never owned any. So imagine my surprise. Let's open the box and let me show you just how clever and sweet this is. Here's the little holder. I can stick my thumb through it so it doesn't escape when I'm outdoors. I do a lot of travel. There's that little Schmincke logo. I do a lot of travel around in the state, car travel. So I love to have things that I can take with me. And look, when you take off the top, what's here? I just think this is the cutest thing. Look at this. This is where you put your water. Because you know what's inside. Inside of this, with it being named Schmincke, is going to be some watercolor paints. I know they're coming, even before I open it. But isn't that the cutest little water bottle? Adorable. Here they are. There's my new Schminckes. I have 8 colors. They're the teeny tiny colors. They're all wrapped up. I've already been teased about not unwrapping them. And this little lid fits on the end to make a little pan to mix in. And it's got, of course, here's the little lid that you can mix in. But how cute is that? We did take one of them. We did open one of them, but I just had to put them back and love them for a while before I start to use them. I think I can put 4 more of these. Excuse me. I think I can put 4 more of these in the center area. Not sure if they'll fit, but I think they will right there in the center. I'm going to remove these little holders. And there you go. These are all wrapped up, little half pans. Let's see if one will fit in the center. Okay. I think when they're unwrapped, it'll fit in there. I think I could order 4 more colors if I wanted to, but actually, you know, if you've got primary colors and a few extras, you're on your way. And I've got a red, a yellow, a blue, and others, so no problem. Yeah, these fit up and down this way. They don't fit sideways like that, like I'm doing them. So, I love playing with these. This is my favorite thing in the box. Love them, love them, love them. And I haven't even started to use them yet. I just think they're cute as can be. So there's this little dividers. And here's how the lid would go on, except you have to close the top first, and I didn't. There we go. And you have the little box again. Who would even dream that that was 8 different watercolors, possibly expandable to 12? I love this. I'm really thankful. Thank you, Grumbacher. Go to the Grumbacher fan page and see, you know, just keep trying. I tried several weeks before I was chosen, but keep trying because there's goodies in a box waiting for you. That's the Grumbacher fan page on Facebook. Thanks for watching.